You asked the difference between what is a revocable trust, a living trust, and your asset protection trust. Going back to the original question, was with a living trust is basically a will substitute. Okay, the purpose of the living trust is avoid probate, keep your estate, keep the kids, the spouse, the whoever out of court. I pass away, I hold it in a trust. It'll go down to my beneficiaries exactly as I have said. So your living trust acts as a will substitute to go to A, B, C, and D, how you want it, stay out of court. Again, the disadvantage is it weighs in at 0 on asset protection. So with an asset protection trust, which Nevada allows, Nevada trusts are ranked #1 in the nation. Okay, they're very user-friendly. They're very powerful. The statutory requirement is you got to set up the trust, have the assets held in there for 2 years. Once that happens, doesn't matter what happens to you the rest of your life. Anybody who sues you has no access to the assets in the trust. So tell my clients, if you have one of these things, you can go, rob banks, shoot people, not recommended, but, it doesn't matter what. You may go to prison, but nobody can touch your assets no matter what. And so the asset protection trust can do double duty. It can act as the barrier to keep bad guys out. And I divide the world into 2 categories. One, the good guys are you. The bad guys are anybody who's trying to separate you from your money. Okay, so it keeps the bad guys out. Nobody sue you for whatever. Nobody can get the assets in the trust. Anyway, so that that's just kind of the basics of how these things work. The nice thing about setting up a trust, getting a separate tax identification number, is going back to you're in the car wreck. First thing the attorney is going to do is do an asset search to see what do you have. If you have no assets, if nothing's going to show up, it takes all the fun out of being a plaintiff. Okay, so you can have the best case in the world, but if no attorney is going to work for free, they're not going to say, yeah, I'm going to go take your case and do all this work for you if the end result is 0, which is what we're trying to get to by taking steps in advance to protect your assets against the unknown, unforeseen.
You want to see the entire episode? Click here. If you want to learn how investors use infinite banking to increase their returns and lower their taxes, click here. If you want to see if infinite banking is for you and you have some questions, hop on a discovery call with us and one of our coaches. The link for that will be in the description.